You're welcome to Football Mania. I'm back with another round of transfer news involving Chelsea Football Club. So today we are going to talk about Billy Gilmour, who is currently being linked with a loan move to Norwich City. Then also we heard that Newcastle and Southampton are also interested in taking him on loan. Then we go to Italy, where AC Milan are said to have agreed a 2-year deal with Olivier Giroud, and also looking to bring Hakim Ziyech and Bakayoko to San Siro from Chelsea. And then the big one, the exclusive that I have today is Hakimi. Then a lot of reports are already saying that Hakimi is close to joining PSG this afternoon, but I have an exclusive story on that from a very trusted source. You won't want to miss this. All you have to do is stick around and then get the exclusive, just like I was told. Now, I'm not claiming to be an ITK in the know guy. I've never been that guy. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I've never been that guy. You know, what I normally do is drop a little bit of email and text messages here and there to people that I know that are connected to the right sources, and then try and see if I can get one or two news from them. That's what I normally do. And when I get answer and replies, I do relay them. But if I don't, I flow with what is being reported in the media. While you're on that, please hit the like button, the notification button, and then subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's very important to me, so if you can do that for me, I'll be grateful. Now let's kick on. I'm starting with Billy Gilmour to Norwich City. It's been reported that he has been given permission to leave Chelsea Football Club on loan this summer. BBC also reported that this afternoon. When BBC talks, you know that is legit. It's confirmed that he's going to leave on loan, and he's currently talking to a few clubs in the English Premier League, his preferred destination. And we heard that Norwich City are currently leading the race ahead of the likes of Southampton and Newcastle United. Well, I think that Norwich City, the way they play, suits him so well. I think that he is going to be a massive player from Norwich City. He's going to get a lot of playing time out there, and then play the way they want. They play through the channel, through the defensive midfield, to the attacking midfield, to the strikers. So they play through the channels. So I think that club will suit him very well. Southampton will also suit him a little bit, but I prefer Norwich City because at Southampton he may not get that number of games that he will love, but I think at Norwich City he can be the main man in the midfield. Then for Newcastle, no for me. You know, they actually don't play the game that will suit Billy Gilmour. They normally play a kind of a direct football, kick and follow. That's what we call it around this part of the world. So that's Newcastle for you. They are very aggressive. They push it forward as fast as possible. So that's their game. They don't like keeping possession for a long time. They push it straight forward as fast as they can. So I don't think that kind of football will suit Billy Gilmour at all. So to me, I personally prefer that he goes to Norwich City. Then we move on to Olivier Giroud. Latest report by Sky Italia are suggesting that Olivier Giroud has agreed a 2-year deal with AC Milan. Don't forget that Olivier Giroud just signed a 1-year extension at Chelsea, or just put it this way, Chelsea activated the 1-year option they had in his contract. That means that he's still a Chelsea player for the next 1 year. Now, here is the thing. I think that AC Milan are pushing to get him out of his contract from Chelsea, but that's never going to happen. I don't think that Chelsea activated that contract to let him go on a free. So AC Milan are going to pay some certain amount of money to get him from Chelsea, but the latest report suggests that they have already agreed a deal, which means personal terms is already sorted with AC Milan, and they are very confident that they will make the deal happen. So how much it will take, we do not know at the moment, but the media are saying 3 million euros, but we don't know what Chelsea are thinking. But I think 3 million euros is a fair deal considering his age. Then the big one, the Hakimi to PSG to Chelsea, which is the real truth behind the deal. Well, Sky Italia's Di Marzio and then Fabrizio Romano are reporting this afternoon that a deal to PSG is very, very close. We know that. And that Hakimi is about to become a PSG player. But what I'm hearing from my own source is that Chelsea are not yet completely out of the picture. Chelsea have not been able to make an official bid. They have made unofficial bid through the player's agent. This is what normally happens. You know, most times clubs go through the agents, you know, suggest what they are going to offer. The agent will run it through the club, and if they are getting close, the club will now decide to put in a real bid. At the moment, Chelsea have not been able to put in a real bid for Hakimi, but the club are very, very interested in Hakimi, and they are offering players and some money through his agents, and Inter Milan are very, very aware of that. At the moment, PSG are said to be planning to improve their bid to 80 million euros, but Chelsea have not been heard. That does not mean that Chelsea are out. If Chelsea tomorrow put in that bid of 80 million euros, then it could be Chelsea all the way. But don't also forget that Chelsea are also working on a few deals with Inter Milan, talking about Emerson, talking about Marcos Alonso. There are, and also Bakayoko also was mentioned today. So there are a few players Chelsea have that Inter Milan are interested in taking on loan or buying outright somehow. So Chelsea will still do business with Inter Milan. Also, Sky Italia reported last night that Inter Milan has made Marcos Alonso their main target for the left wing-back position, and irrespective of what happens with the Hakimi deal, Inter Milan will still continue to pursue Marcos Alonso. So it's also good for Chelsea. Then my source is saying that Chelsea are planning to put in a bid of straight cash. Straight cash. He didn't mention the amount of money because they really feel that is not going to be in their favor offering players because Inter Milan want to be in control of the situation. They want straight cash and then try to get players that they can. If they can, they will go to another club. So it suits Inter Milan. It also suits Chelsea in a way because for some time now, Chelsea have not been able to accept doing player plus cash swap deals at all. You know, they have turned it down a lot of times when it was suggested by other clubs. So Chelsea will also love that. But now, the most important thing is, can Chelsea be able to pay 80 million euros? Now, that's the thing. That's the big deal. Because I think that Chelsea will think twice before paying that money. It's not because it doesn't want it, because Hakimi is one hell of a player. He's one of the best. In fact, arguably the best right wing back in world football. Just so he was the money, but it depends what Chelsea are thinking. Maybe they have alternatives that they feel are also equally good. If they have that, then they will think twice about paying 80 million euros for Hakimi. But at the moment, the big news is they have not made that bid, so nobody knows what's going to happen. And secondly, if they are going to make that bid, they are going to make straight cash bid. They are not going to involve players. So that's what I'm getting from my source, and I really believe that that's what is going to happen. Or else, he also put it this way, or else if Chelsea don't offer straight cash, they are not going to make any other offer. So it means if Chelsea don't come up with any offer before the end of the week, Hakimi could become a PSG player. So it is in Chelsea's hands. They are not out of the picture, but they are yet to respond to PSG's offer, and it's up to them to come up with something tangible and get it done, and then focus on trying to reach an agreement with Inter Milan for Marcos Alonso. So that's what I heard, and I just relayed it to you the way I heard it. Nothing attached, nothing, just like that, naturally done. All right, if you enjoyed the show, you know what to do. Just hit the like button, the notification button, and then subscribe if you haven't. Please just do that if you haven't. It means a lot to me. See you next time.